Welcome back to Meg's Mysteries. Missing Mitzi. We finally finished our latest case. It took longer than expected. Bounty hunting is like that. This particular fugitive was like a ghost in the wind. It took all our skills to take him in, but Johnny and I are the best around, and we always get our man or woman eventually. We had help from our favorite snitches. No one would believe an old couple can be the best lookouts because they're just blending in and no one pays attention to them anyway. So Paulie and Mabel helped us find Theo Pulowski, who jumped bail and was hiding out at a retirement home. He used to disguise that he was the newest resident. He paid the home a lot of money to jump on the top of the list to move in. The waiting list was long, but he persuaded the man in charge. But Paulie and Mabel know everyone and everything that goes on in the home and all around town. He just didn't fit in, and we got our man. I'm Rocky Sparrow, Rockie, and my best friend and partner is Johnny Bolinsky, known as Moose. We got a lot of razzing all through high school about our names. We never dated, but we always hung out and were always together. We were known as Rocky and Bullwinkle, a nickname that stuck with us like glue. Someone even drew Rocky and Bullwinkle pictures of cartoons on our locker. I was small and squirrely. I was always getting us out of trouble, and he was as big as a moose, but a gentle giant, and we always had each other's back. Our rival and nemesis were, can you guess it? It was Natasha Volosky and Boris Smirnov. They always had it in for us. Natasha was always spying on us and trying to get us in trouble or expelled. She was very jealous. I don't know why. She was smart and beautiful, but she always had it in for me and Johnny. Boris was her muscle and did everything she asked. It was a match made in hell. Of course, we're all adults now, but I hate to say, the hate continues. Boris became a boss of a large crime family, only because he was born into it. His father, the old boss, moved to sunny Florida, so he and Natasha took over. Have you heard of the Teflon Don? Well, Boris was the oil slick. Nothing sticks to him. He gets away with even murder. Even the FBI can't put him away. When we're not bounty hunting, we help law enforcement and the FBI on some hairy cases. But the one case on Boris is one we just couldn't nail anything else on him. So far, he lives up to his name. This afternoon we were chilling in our office above the pool hall, and I hear a voice from the past. Rocky, I need your help. It was Natasha. She looked a mess. Her mascara was dripping down her face, and she was crying. Boris followed at her heels like a guard dog, always protecting her. Johnny and I were shocked to see them. They don't usually come around us. They keep a low profile, and they don't run in our circles. I said very professionally, what can we do for you? She cried out, my precious Mitzi was kidnapped. Johnny said, who's Mitzi? She kept crying, my baby, my poodle. Boris said, I gave her the Pooch about 4 years ago for an anniversary gift. She loves that mutt. He didn't look too happy when he said that. Oh, I guess she loves the dog more than she loves him, her husband. I said, I'm sorry, we're not in the business of finding dogs. Natasha started crying out again. Only you can find her, you're the best. I was surprised to hear that from her. Boris said, she has a very expensive diamond necklace collar on her, worth a fortune. Natasha hit him in the arm. You never liked Mitzi. And then she said, I want her home. I don't care about the diamonds. I said, hold on, do you have a picture of the dog? Boris said, she has 1 million of them. That's all she does is take the mutt's pictures, and she babies it. I said, let me talk to my partner in private. Johnny said, well, we're in between cases. It's up to you. Maybe we can get close to them and finally get something on them for in the future. I said, or maybe we can end the revenge and they have for us from high school. Not be friends, but not be enemies anymore. So now we are dog bounty hunters. Get it? We put out pictures all over town with reward and had our famous snitches out to help keep an eye out for any information. The next day, Natasha called. I got a ransom note. They want $2 million and no cops or else. One pull at a time will be mailed to me. Oh my God, help me. We checked the note. It wasn't handwritten, but paper letters cut out. No prints. But I noticed at the bottom of the note the date and the name of a local newspaper pasted on it. Also, there was a picture of Mitzi. I guess they wanted to put the date and the ransom note and prove that the dog was still alive when they were sending it. It also said, we'll be getting instructions for the drop-off. We checked out all the contacts and friends and family that Natasha and Boris had. Also, they gave us a big list of their enemies. I said to Johnny, Look at that, we made the list. They still hate us for all the trouble in high school, getting them in trouble and expelled from the gym class episode. Boris hated gym class, so he trashed the court and locker rooms. We caught him red-handed with the trash and red spray paint coming out of the locker area. They both had to pay for the cleanup and were expelled for 2 weeks, and also had 100 hours of community service picking up trash along the road. That's the one and only time Boris and Natasha were caught, and we were the ones who turned them in. But till this day, he lives up to his name of the Oil Slick. No one can pin anything on him, for now. Mabel from the home called. She saw a young boy and a small white poodle in the park across from the home. He didn't look like he liked the dog. He was pulling it along, and after it did its business, he didn't even clean it up. Isn't that against the law, she said? We decided to stake it out. We had no other clues to follow. So Paulie and Mabel sat on their usual bench in the park. Johnny and I hid in the shadows. And when the kid came back dragging the dog, we all closed in around him. He was only 10 years old, and I recognized him. It was Larry Conway's kid. So Larry was the mastermind behind the dog napping. In the end, we found out it was Larry's older son, Larry Jr., and his friends. The younger brother had no idea about the dog napping. He only did what his big brother told him to do. Watch the dog and take it out for a walk, he said. The kid hated the dog but was scared of his big brother, so he did what he was told. We all had thought it was a big dog napping scheme, but it was only just kids looking for money and thrills. They knew about Boris and that he had lots of money, but if they knew his real reputation as a big boss of crime family, they would have thought twice about it. Boris was not the kind to mess with. A lot of bodies have been known to disappear around him, and Natasha was even worse. But in the end, she didn't care. She got her baby back, and Boris was happy that he got the diamond collar necklace back, but not so happy about getting Mitzi. We got a nice payment and a kind of a thanks in a note. At the end of the note, it said, "But we're not friends." Maybe someday we'll have something to pin it on them, but for now, we have to get back to business of bounty hunting people, not dogs. Case closed.